Welcome back, everyone. Council, are we ready to continue our proceedings?
Yes, Mr. Chair, we are ready to proceed.
Please get the witness.
Could you get the witness, please? Welcome back, Mr. Jammeh.
Thank you very much.
I hope you've relaxed a little bit.
Sir.
Just before we start, I just want to remind you that for the efficiency of the proceedings, please try to answer the question at the first opportunity, instead of letting us go around and around before you finally arrive to answer the question.
I understand.
And if you do not understand the question, please ask me to repeat it or to rephrase it so that you would understand it. Because we need to finish. We cannot afford too much argumentation.
No problem.
That's right. So just to recap some of the most important issues so far. After your reinstatement or sometime during your work as an orderly, you trained as a jungler, and you trained with the first batch of junglers.
Yes.
And thereafter, you participated in selecting soldiers who would later be trained to become junglers.
Sir.
Okay. And now let's talk about who you selected to become junglers.
Anyway, it's a long time. Most of these things, it happened at a long time, whereby to remember most of all these boys is going to be very difficult to me.
Okay, I will call out a few names,
Yes.
and you will tell me whether these were individuals who you recommended to become junglers.
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant Samba Balde, excuse me, Samba Balde.
Samba Balde, which Lieutenant Samba Balde?
He's now in the USA.
No.
Sol Baji,
Solba, yes.
the person who later became General Sol Baji.
I recommend him, yes, sir.
You recommended him for training to become a jungler.
Yes, sir.
What was his rank at the time?
He's a sergeant.
The sergeant at the time.
Yes.
Good.
I think it was a couple or a sergeant.
And Mustafa Fall?
No.
Bailo?
Bailo, yes.
You recommended him to become a jungler.
Something like that. Bailo was a driver. No, for Bailo, no. Bailo was not part of it. Something.
Malik Jata?
Malik Jata, no.
Sana Manjang?
Malik Jata, no. It's not part of it.
Michael Correa?
No.
Modou Sane?
No, those people, they come later. I didn't recommend those people.
Sehu Jallo?
No.
Jola Moro?
No.
Ibrahim Jallo?
Ibrahim Jallo. Fair and complete, short one, yes. Ibrahim Jallo, I remember him.
Faring Sanyang?
No.
Emelba?
No.
Sanjali Sala?
No, sir.
Maulud Koli?
No, sir.
Sirif Gise?
No, sir.
Emel Koli?
No, sir. All these people I didn't recommend them.
Sheikh Omar Diouf?
No, sir.
Biran Nget?
No, sir.
Emel Mendy?
No, sir.
Jere Sisao?
No.
Alaji Chor?
No, sir.
Aliou Cissé?
No, sir.
Fansu Nyabali?
No, sir.
Aliou Dieng?
No, sir.
Youssoufa Sane?
No, sir.
Suntukung Bari?
No, sir. These people, I met them when I returned back in 2003. I met them at Kanilai. I didn't know how did they come to that place.
Okay. So tell us then, who do you remember to have recommended?
Those people, Sol Baji, Tembo Jata, Sambu Baro, Buba Dabo. By then, Solo Boja was also part of them. Omar Jallo was part of them. The people I can remember. Lamin Silla was part of them. Yes.
And what was your criteria for recommending them?
You know, they know that I will not tell them a lie. That's why, you know, I'm a truthful private soldier who was there to tell the truth, and that what, you know, the truth I used to maintain with them. Because whatever you deserve, I tell you.
Thank you for that. The question is,
Yes, sir.
what were you looking for in terms of quality when you recommended them to become junglers?
My expectation is to maintain law and order, to obey the word of command, and to maintain a peaceful Gambia.
What kind of quality did these soldiers need to have to become junglers?
Why then they respect the job, they report the job at the time.
Respect the job,
Yes.
report to work on time,
And they are obedient.
obedient. And what kind of obedience were you looking for? Blind obedience or sensible obedience?
I believe that it's sensible obedience, that they will not fail the state and they will maintain peace in this country.
And how about loyalty to Jammeh? Was that a criterion?
I believe they are loyal by then.
Loyalty to Jammeh, was that a requirement?
As a soldier, if you are working with your superior, you have to show your loyalty to him. I believe that's why they also, you know, they come nearer.
No. The question is, was loyalty to Jammeh one of the things you were looking for?
Yes, sir.
Good. How about their capacity to do exactly what they were told, regardless of whether it was right or wrong? Was that also one reason for them to qualify?
Can you repeat again? I didn't understand.
Thank you. This is the way to go about it. If you don't understand, just ask me. How about the ability of the soldier to accept the orders they were given, whether the orders were good or bad, whether they were right or wrong?
I believe that the way I expect them to be, they will maintain that one. That's why I select them.
Which was what?
The way they will obey the word of command and be loyal to the head of state.
Okay. So the issue is they would obey the command without question. Would that characterize it? Would that be a good way of describing the situation?
I believe whatever before they do, they must get instructions properly. I believe they will ask that one.
Would you have chosen those soldiers who would question the orders they were given?
Anyway, you know, human being is not complete. For me, really, that's what I intend. But for what in their mind, I don't know. Really, I intend that.
I understand your intention.
Yes.
We won't doubt your bona fides in this. The question is, if you were to be presented with two soldiers,
Yes.
one who would obey every command he was given, he wouldn't say a word. This is the command, jump. If he asks a question, it would be how high. As opposed to somebody who, if you say jump, he would say why. Which of those would you have chosen?
Somebody who resents, that's the one you should select.
Somebody who what?
Who resents, who asks why this is, and you know the reason why, and he do what is expected.
So you selected those soldiers who would question the reason for the orders.
Yes.
So therefore, you looked for the most difficult soldiers.
No, sir. Me, I didn't I didn't ask the difficult one. The one I believe that they can deliver that the people I select.
And to you, those who could deliver were those who would question the correctness of the orders they were given.
Anyway, this is what I can do for that time. What I can do.
You selected Omar Jallo, didn't you?
Jallo.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Was he a soldier who would accept all orders, or was he a soldier who will question the orders he was given?
No, sometimes a human being, you will not know what is in mind, his mind. Sometimes you will have a good intention, he has a different intention in his mind. My intention was, I thought that he will do what is expected, and that's what I believe he is.
Maybe we are speaking at cross purposes here. I'm not sure we understand each other. Which type of soldiers were you looking for when you selected those you selected for junglers?
The most hard-working soldiers I was looking for.
Okay, most hard-working.
Yes.
That is one. And tell us another criterion.
Yes, I think initially that's what I said. Who respect the chain of command and hard work and respect job in time.
Okay, respect chain of command.
Yes, and respond to the job at the right time. Anytime the call is is needed.
Okay. How about the issue of respect for orders? That's the bit I am trying to get at, because it is important for us to understand what kind of soldiers were selected to become junglers. Was it those who accepted all the orders they were given?
No. If it's what is, I can say it's an opportunity. Sometimes wherever your luck is, when God said that you will be there, you will be there.
The question is, did you select those soldiers who will always accept the orders they were given by their seniors? Yes or no?
Yes.
So therefore, you selected those who would accept everything they were told to do without questioning what they were told to do.
No. But for me, the smallest time I spend with them, what I do, they are capable, it's not me alone. I will put recommendation. It's not me alone who give this type of, the people, the small people I know, that the people I just send the name.
We understand you said that you merely recommended people. Okay? What we want to arrive at is, we want to understand the mindset of the jungler. What type of person was selected, or what type of persons or soldiers were selected to become junglers?
Anyway, I can tell you this, what I can do. The other things we are trying to, I cannot even explain much about that issue.
Okay.
Because this is the smallest thing I know about them.
Okay, as far as you are concerned,
yes,
right, the ability to accept and implement orders was an important criterion, was an important requirement, correct? Good. So this group that you selected, to whom would you give their names? What would you do with the list that you selected?
No, normally when the list is done, I hand over the list to Ablai.
Ablai who?
Ablai Kujabi.
Okay, and for what purpose?
For the same security we are talking of, for them to go and have that training.
But Ablai was a member of the NIA, wasn't he? Was he delivering training to junglers or not?
No. Anytime he's at the State House, he's very close to the man, the president, the former president, Jammeh.
So why were you giving him the list?
He come with the instructions that this is what I want you people to, what I want you to find, to observe the good ones.
Okay.
I start consulting some of my friends to how do you see, see.
Okay. once you established a list and you gave it to him, what was he to do with that list?
He go and finalize and make his findings on the ground, whether they are good or they are not good. Some of them, they end up dropping them because they are not satisfied with them.
Do you know what he was looking for?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll make you some propositions. Political affiliation or political orientation of the soldier, was that an issue Ablai Kujabi would be concerned with at the time?
It's going to be very difficult for me to know about that issue.
Would you have selected soldiers who did not support Yahya Jammeh's political objectives?
I don't think, no, that's not possible.
You said not possible.
I don't think.
Would you have selected such people?
No, sir.
Why?
The reason why I'm doing that, because we want people who know they will not fail people. Because when you go and do this, you spend how many times before you go? That's why you don't do those bring those type of soldiers.
I'm trying to understand you. You do not want people who will fail people. That's what you said, quote unquote. I don't understand what that means. Yes. I'll put the question again. Would you have selected a soldier who did not support Yahya Jammeh's political ambitions?
I didn't understand still. I didn't understand this question.
Okay. Would you have, this was 2003, would you have at least, or according to you, 1999?
Yes.
Well, that time we had APRC, and Yahya Jammeh was the head of APRC. Would you have selected a soldier who did not support APRC?
I will not do it.
Why?
It's not in line with the system. That's why I will not do that.
And what was the system? One had to support Yahya Jammeh?
You don't support Yahya, no. I'll be tomorrow. You don't ask me to do that. Why am I doing that?
No. I still don't understand.
I said, if you don't allow, you don't instruct me to select some type of people, I will not do that. He said, good soldiers. That's what this man told me. It's not Yahya Jammeh, but the guy who talked to me.
You were asked to select good soldiers, correct?
Yes.
But you selected only those people you considered good soldiers, but who also supported Yahya Jammeh.
No, anyway, the way they respond to the job, that's how I believe that they are very good, and that's why I select them. No, I don't know what is in their mind.
You said earlier that a soldier who did not support Yahya Jammeh's politics will not be recommended. Didn't you say that?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So therefore, support for Yahya Jammeh was also an important requirement for you, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. So it was not only good soldiers, but you had to be a good soldier and a supporter of Yahya Jammeh, correct?
Yes.
Good. So how many groups did you select for training?
I remember once.
Only one group?
Once after I was sent out of that place.
And you were sent out of?
I was discharged in the army.
That group that you selected to become junglers, what was to be their job?
Just to maintain peace and order. That's the only thing. That's my whole object. That is what I even, that was in my heart. Other than that, I didn't have anything, that is what the way I was thinking. But sometimes you'll send somebody to go and buy a cigarette for you, go and buy chewing-gum for you. You have to send him back. We don't know the purpose of why, you send him for that.
Okay.
It normally happens. Sometimes you send somebody, go and do this for me, he go and do something different.
Okay.
So someone can be
I hope when I asked you about cigarettes, you would not tell me about chewing-gum. So let's be disciplined.
Yes, sir.
And do exactly what is expected. Why was the Jungler Squad created?
My intention was to maintain peace and order.
I did not ask about your intention. You still giving me chewing-gum. I want cigarettes. Tell me, why was the Jungle Squad created?
I didn't create that team for any other purpose other than to maintain law and order and peace at the border.
You know that we had a police force, correct?
Yes.
And what's the job of the police force?
What I'm saying is, because the borderline is very hot.
The question is, you know that we have a police force,
yes,
correct?
Yes.
What is the job of the police force?
It's the same to maintain law and order in the country.
Exactly. So there is a law enforcement force in the country. You know also that we had an immigration department, correct?
Yes.
And it was responsible for what?
Same job, maintain law and order.
But where? At the borders?
Sorry for that. You know, talking is not easy. For me, the way I see it. Understand?
Ismaila,
yes, sir.
feel free.
I feel free, really.
To express yourself,
yes,
in whatever language you want.
Yes,
some you can say in Wolof,
yes,
others you can say in Mandinka, others you can say in Jola. Feel free.
I feel free.
Okay, please. And if you want to speak in any other language, just indicate and you will speak in that language.
No problem.
Okay, thank you very much. The important thing here is that the message that you have to say comes across in a manner that expresses exactly what you have in your mind, okay?
Yes.
Good. So you know that under the constitutional arrangements of this country, we had forces that were responsible for managing the border, correct?
Yes.
And here you were creating another force to be doing exactly the same job.
No, the police force, they are inside the town, but this is at the borderline. It's a hot area whereby armed men mingle at that area. That's why the soldiers who are assigned to go there, not the police force.
The police in the Gambia, are they armed?
By then, they were not armed at the time I was talking, because the borderline rebels and whatsoever, all type of criminals were meddling at the border.
The police in Gambia has always been armed.
Maybe.
From 1994, the police had access to arms.
The borderline I'm talking of is Casamas, where we know that place. We need to send soldiers whom we know they are.
Okay.
They can maintain the border.
So initially, you said your job was to ensure law and order at the borders, correct?
The whole Gambia, yes, sir.
Or the whole Gambia?
Yes, the borderline between Casamas, because that end we are staying in Kanilai. The president is staying in Kanilai. That's why we deem it necessary, soldiers to patrol the border.
Let's get it correct. Was it just at the border or the entire country?
At the borderline.
At the borderline.
Sir.
Okay. But you know that the junglers were deployed to do other work apart from to patrol the border.
My intention was not that. I didn't intend, or I advise each one of them to maintain what the government said. They don't like, let them not go for it.
And who was the government at the time?
You are also part of the government. All of us, everybody was part of the government.
But did you ever come to ask me?
No, just it's a conversation I'm talking.
Okay, so you never came to ask me?
By then. Everybody, we are all responsible in the Gambia.
I agree, but you never asked me, did you?
No.
But you asked Jammeh, didn't you? Yeah, Jammeh.
No. What I'm talking to, I don't talk to Jammeh. I talk to those soldiers we are sitting.
So they were the government, those soldiers?
No. I didn't say that. I said the soldiers I'm talking to, the people I was talking, that for them to maintain the law and order. What the country say, no, don't go for it.
But who is the country?
We, the constitution of the country, well, it have rules and regulations.
Okay, I won't pursue that line anymore because it would just lead into further confusion. Okay, I asked you this question again. Apart from patrolling the border, what other work were the junglers meant to do?
No, by then, me, I was inside the house. I didn't follow them wherever they go.
You trained as a jungler, correct?
Me, what I'm saying is...
You trained as a jungler, correct?
Yes.
You helped to select others who were to be trained as junglers, correct?
Yes.
You obviously knew what were the functions of the junglers, correct?
You will ask somebody, go and do this,
No, that is not the question.
Yes?
The question is, you knew what was the role, what was the job of the junglers.
Yes.
Correct. And out of the many things the junglers would be expected to do, you told me only one.
Like?
That is patrolling the border. Right? How about carrying out other missions for Yaya Jammeh? Was that also part of the job of the junglers?
No. For me, I don't know that one.
You don't know that one?
Yes, that is not part of the mission.
It's not part of the mission?
Yes, sir.
You have no idea about that?
I have no idea about
As far as you're concerned, the junglers was a very clean organization?
Yes.
That's your testimony?
Yes, sir.
Well, we will find out.
No problem.
Your colleagues say the junglers was a killer squad for Yaya Jammeh.
For him, his own decision, but for my decision, it's not different. I have a clean intention for my people to maintain the security of my people and to save their life. That was in my heart.
But the good thing is, Ismaila, we are not talking about your personal intention. The junglers were not a force for Ismaila Jammeh. The junglers were a force for Yaya Jammeh. So now what we're talking about is the intention of Yaya Jammeh, not the intention of Ismaila Jammeh. The junglers were used as a killer squad for Yaya Jammeh.
Anyway, in my absence, by then, that one, I don't know it.
Do you know as a fact that the junglers were killing for Yaya Jammeh?
I'm just hearing like how you are hearing it.
Be careful
Yes,
what you say.
Yes,
we will come back to this.
No problem.
You've never witnessed it?
Like?
The junglers killing for Yaya Jammeh?
No, sir.
Never witnessed the junglers beating for Yaya Jammeh?
Beating where?
Anywhere. Have you ever witnessed the junglers beating, torturing for Yaya Jammeh?
What I can tell you, I was the one who was even controlling the boys during
the question is, yes. Have you ever witnessed
yes,
it?
Sir.
Thank you. Have you ever witnessed the junglers killing for Yaya Jammeh?
No, sir.
We will come back to that.
No problem.
Be careful. I'll ask you the question again. Have you ever witnessed the junglers killing for Yaya Jammeh?
I said no, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. As a jungler, tell us the operations in which you have participated. List them first, and then we go into them one by one.
Can you repeat your question again?
As a jungler,
yes.
Or as a soldier, yes. Whatever you call yourself, soldier, member of the patrol team, jungler 1, 2, 3, black, scorpion, whatever. In which operations have you participated in? List them. Give us a list.
I participated in one Almamou Manis issue.
Yes.
And landing Sani.
Yes.
Two. These are the two. The other one, Nduru Champs, fuel coup.
Ndur Cham?
Fuel coup, 2006. That the operation I attend.
Only these two?
Yes, sir.
I'll give you another opportunity.
Okay.
How many operations have you participated in?
That's what I'm saying. 2, Almamou, Trrc.
Trrc,
Yes.
how many incidents have you participated in?
Incident like?
Okay. I'll put that question aside and we will come back to it at a later stage. These are the only two incidents or activities of the junglers you participated in.
Yes, sir.
One is Almamou Mane and Lamin Sane. Landing Sane. And the other is Trrc.
Trrc, yes. I'll come to details on that.
You did not participate in anything else?
These are the ones I remember, and this is what I told you. These are the two things. I didn't spend a long time with the group. It's 2006 I left the group.
Where do you live?
I said at the time I left the group, I no more participated with them. I didn't, I left the group at 2006 after the Trrc fuel coup. I was posted at even the AU training, I didn't complete it. They posted me to the mom's residence at Kotu here, near the residence I'm staying.
Where do you live?
At the highway, before you take the old GTV board, at the Kasu tree, I'm living at that place.
Whose house is that? Who originally owned that house?
That house, Islamarana Jallo's name is there. But I was renting in Kololi, where the Tumbul by then, we were discussing, because I cannot afford to pay my house rent. Now we are discussing about how we can help ourselves so that I'm having a big family, likewise somebody too. Now they said, no, they will push it to the command so that they can help us resident. But that resident, I was staying in Kololi. One day, Tumbul Tamba come to me. He said, the big man said, you should transfer before on Thursday. On the whole, what happened was...
Who was the big man?
The president, the former president, Jammeh. Later, I come to realize that when they put the matter to the president, he asked Tumbul that Bijulo resident, you stay there with Ismaila Jammeh. Well, Tumbul pushed me out and asked me to come and stay in Kotu before on Thursday. I decided to ask one of my brothers to help me to bring my bag. Even most of my baggage gets spoiled. Now later he himself said, look, the big man asked me to stay, the former president asked me to stay with you.
If you could just answer the question asked,
yes,
it would help the narrative.
No problem.
Quite a bit. So you lived in Kotu.
Yes, sir.
Do you know whose house it was? You said the title is on Lamarana Jallo. Was it a house in which Baba Job also resided before you?
No, I heard that his younger brother, who is at immigration, was staying. He once picked me one day.
Okay.
So he told me that I was once staying in that house.
When the junglers say they stayed in Baba Job's house in Kotu, would they be referring to the house in which you were staying?
Yes, sir. I can explain why, in fact, these people come inside the house.
Yes, we would get to that if those questions are asked.
No problem.
So you lived in this house called Baba Job's house in Kotu, correct?
Yes.
And did you live there alone, just you and your family?
I live there with my family because my salary is not much. That's why I decided to go and stay a place whereby I can help myself with my family.
I understand that this is a problem that affects a lot of government employees, yes, including soldiers, But that is for some other day.
Yes, yes.
For today, you live there with your family alone or with other people?
Right now, I'm living there alone with...
I am not talking about right now. I am talking about at that time.
Yes, sir.
And who were these people?
These are Sana Manjang.
Jungler, correct? Jungler, correct? He was a jungler.
As you can say, yes.
Okay, please, go ahead.
Malik Jata.
Jungler, correct?
Yes, you can name it, no problem.
Yes, go ahead.
Mustafa Sane.
Jungler, correct?
Yes, as you can name it, no problem.
In fact, all of them were junglers.
Now, can you explain me the reason why I stay?
No, I will get to that. Yes. I ask the questions. You just answer the questions.
Yes.
Okay? That was a house for junglers, correct?
You can say it like that. Because
it doesn't matter whether I can say it like that.
me,
The issue is whether that is correct or not. Yes or no. It was a house for junglers.
Yes, I can say that.
Good. And you still live there?
I'm there with my family still now, till today.
And you're not paying rent?
Yes, sir.
You've never paid rent in that house?
Yes.
It was given to you gratis as a jungler?
No. I went there proposing to stay and help myself, not for that purpose. Because the intention was to go and stay there so that I can help myself and help my family. Because I cannot afford paying by then 1,500 at Baba Conte's compound in Kololi, where I was paying, excluding current bill, when the bill comes to
my friend,
3,000.
that was a privilege given only to the junglers, correct?
Not all the junglers. Any people who allow make that to stay such a resident, you can be there.
Did you have non-junglers living in that house apart from your family?
Some people are staying there, you know, before when these people left. They are civilians. They are occupying the other side. They are not junglers. They are there.
Who brought them there?
They just want to come and stay.
So they just passed the street, they saw a house, and they decided to walk in and stay?
No. They are younger brothers staying with me.
Two younger brothers?
Yeah, my younger brothers, we come from the same place, Fonyi.
Exactly. You brought them there.
They come and see me that they want to occupy an empty place. I say, go in, because this place is, before the house will sit empty.
So the house, you were given the privilege to live in that house as a jungler.
As Muslims, we should care one another. That's why I did what I did.
Can you answer the question and put aside religion?
Yes.
You were given the privilege to live in that house as a jungler.
No problem, yes.
And other junglers also lived in that house because they were junglers.
Yes.
In fact, it was a jungler base.
Maybe
correct?
As you may see it.
It was a base for the junglers.
You know, when I left that group, we are still staying together with these people until they leave me.
Answer the
yes,
question. It was a base for the junglers.
You may see it like that.
It was a base for the junglers. Yes or no?
Yes, I can say it.
Good. So, you said you participated in only 2 operations.
Yes.
I will show you that you participated
No problem.
in more than 2 operations.
No problem.
Do you still maintain that answer, that you participated in only 2 operations?
That's where I stand, yes, sir.
Okay, good. We will see whether you will move from
No
there.
problem,
Now tell us about the first operation in which you participated. What happened?
With the Almamou's issue?
Yes, sir.
It was one day in the evening when we were in Kanilai.
Which year?
It's 2000.
Carry on,
In the
please.
evening, Abdullah Kujabi arrived at Kanilai. By then, I was an orderly to the president, former President Jammeh.
And what position was Ablai Kujabi occupying at the time?
Deputy NIA Director.
Allow time, huh? Allow that.
problem,
Yes. He was what?
Deputy NIA Director.
Okay. And then he came to Kanilai.
Yes.
And tell us what happened there.
That he knew it was, he first with the president, former President Jammeh. After I saw him calling Musa Jammeh.
Which Musa Jammeh are you referring to?
Musa Malia Mungo, Musa Jammeh. And later they called me to come and listen, whether if I hear the voice of certain individuals, I'll recognize it. I said, no problem. By then I was an orderly. They come down where I was sitting behind, I was sitting at the veranda, inside the house. I said, no problem. He start playing. By then that Walkman, the one the people used to hold, the cassette, big one. Those modern one with the cassette, you put inside they put the cassette and play. They start to play that one. I said, look, before we play, I have a tape here, which you know, if I put that one, we can recognize the type of the people who are talking.
Why did you do that?
So that it can hear a louder voice.
Okay, proceed.
And when the louder voice we start playing, I hear Landing San. He is the first guy who started giving the speech. Former Commander Landing Sane.
Former what commander?
State Guard Commander Landing Sane.
Okay. What rank was he at the time?
He's a lieutenant.
Okay, proceed. This Landing Sane, does he have any connection with Yaya Jammeh?
He's a state guard commander. That's the only thing I can tell you.
Was he related to Yaya Jammeh?
I don't know. I cannot know much about all these things.
Okay, proceed, please.
Now, he said this is the way we intend to do the operation. But before that one, at the State House, me as an orderly, we are the people who used to have the keys of the 30 barrel at the State House. One day, he sent the orderly to me to give him the keys of the 30 barrel. I waited for 1 week, I give him the keys.
Of the keys of the what?
30 barrel, the weapon.
Uh-huh.
I gave the keys to the orderly to him. I waited for a week because the rules is no keys should spend outside the building. He take the keys for 1 week. He didn't have the keys. I called one day the orderly. I said, but where's the key, of this thing? He told me that. I asked the commander. He said he's with the commander. But I tell him that if he come, tell him that the keys are needed here because the rules of these keys let no keys spend night outside. Now, when he only informed him about the issue, he called me personally. I told him that the big man asked the keys of the armor, whatsoever the weapon should spend. He told me that it's none of your business. Now, when he mentioned about that keys, I said automatically this, he said the keys of the big weapon and the armor, we are in control. Fajara Barak, we are in control of Fajara Barak. You see? And this is how we intend, because the shootout, we organized it to be at the airport. By then, we are supposed to go travel to Togo, including me as an orderly. Now, when the guy who recorded them, Usman Sonko,
Which Usman Sonko
the former interior minister.
Okay.
He recorded them. Now, he was having 2 months asking them, because you can hear the background of people, although they did the meeting at the office of the State Guard Commander, which is Landing Sane. Now, when Usman Sonko asked...
What type of meeting was this?
About the operation, the way how they overthrow the president.
Okay, proceed.
Jammeh. Now, we are all listening. They asked me, do you recognize the voice of this man? I said, yes, it's Landing Sane. Automatically, this man, Usman Sonko asked a question to them. He said, do you people inform the boys at Picton? By then we were having resident soldiers are resided at Picton. Almamou jumped in and said, look, I'm not going to inform any motherfucker. But if they hear that I'm behind the coup d'etat, everybody will come in.
Which Almamou are you referring to?
Almamou Mane. So threatening that day, we are even known. Now we organized, we discussed at that instant that...
So let's get it. How many of you were there?
4 of us.
Who and who?
The former president, Black Jammeh, Musa Jammeh, and me as an orderly.
Yaya Jammeh himself?
Yes.
You were related to him as your brother?
No problem, yes.
How about Kujabi?
He's also there.
Related to him?
Maybe.
Maybe or yes? You want to tell us?
Yes.
Good. Because don't try to...
No, maybe...
package things, Let's just speak the truth. Kujabi related to Yaya Jammeh.
Yes.
And Musa Jammeh, Maliambungu?
Yes.
Also related to Yaya Jammeh.
Yes.
So all 4 of you. All right. And then what did you decide?
Yes. Now the commander, Musa, is the senior man in the type of military. You need to organize the men for us to go and get these people. We know the people who are behind this issue, who are even giving them the courage to do overthrow.
Okay. There is a military police in the army, isn't there?
Yes.
And the role of the military police is to what? Effect arrest for any soldier who is believed or suspected to be committing a crime.
We are bodyguard in terms of death threats. We are no boundary.
Answer the question.
Yes, sir.
You have a military police in the army.
Yes.
You also have a regimental police.
Yes.
And their responsibilities are to ensure law and order in the forces and to effect arrest when a person is suspected to be involved in a crime.
Anyway, what I can tell you, I'm a junior man. For me, I'm not there to decide.
Okay. So what happened there? You were ordered to do what?
Go and arrest the situation so that you can know who are behind this issue.
Arrest the situation?
Yes, sir.
What did you understand that to mean?
Almamou and others, we are all working together at the State House. We are all State Guard personnel.
What did you understand?
It's an internal problem, yes.
what did you understand
Like,
arrest the situation to mean?
go and know why they make such a meeting. That's what our intention was.
Okay. Tell us what happened.
Now, when we organize ourselves for us,
How did you organize yourself?
Jammeh called for a fall-in at the Kanilai.
Called for what?
A fall-in at night to guard the soldiers.
Okay.
Yes. And he know the best soldiers who can go for the mission. Now, when he select all those things, physical guard, some personnel from the bodyguard, including me as an orderly, because I hear the cassette, they have to select me to go together with them, because I hear the people who are talking. Can I go ahead?
Go ahead.
Now, they brief us that our intention is to go and get them so that we can know who are behind this thing. We called Banjul. By then, Bobaji, who was part of the INT officer.
Let us try to get your objectives at that time. You told us two things so far.
Yes, yes.
To go and arrest the situation, to go and try to know what they are doing.
Yes.
Was it the two?
Yes.
Or just one of those?
No. If you get those people, you can know what is behind. That is our intention. In any problem, when it happens, the people who cause the problem, try to go and get them. You ask them why you are doing this.
Okay, so your objective was to go and arrest them.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you all fell in. How many soldiers?
No, it was, what I can remember, few people, because it was at night. It was so confusing that day. I can remember few people whom we left.
Tell us who and who.
Musa is there, Lalo Jete is there, Bua Jammeh, Sidi Balde, and these are the people I can remember.
How about Usman Sonko?
Usman Sonko, we meet him in Banjul, Sitting Corner, I can't remember.
So how many of you left Kanilai? 4 of you?
No, a lot of people. Physical guard, including, it was at night. You cannot remember most of these boys. It's a long time, including physical guards.
Okay.
These are the people I can remember, the people whom are very close. Because for me, most of these boys, I cannot remember them. Because the situation was so threatening until that day at night, it was so funny.
What was threatening about the situation?
The issue, what they say, the way they are control the armory, and how aggressive Almamou and Sane is.
Did you see them doing anything?
I said, I listened to the cassette, that the cassette which can tell me something about.
Apart from listening to the cassette, did you see anything suggesting that these people were acting dangerously?
Anyway, I'm a junior man, that's the only thing I can tell you.
You said the situation was threatening. So I want to find out from you.
I'm not a small boy. If I hear that somebody says he's going to do this to a president, and all we have been learning, we are bodyguards, we have been hearing about the world, what used to happen. That's what the same information I have been listening, and I believe that it is not a joke, it's a reality.
So you just heard those words, and you believe in your head that there was a threatening situation.
Yes, sir.
What kind of threat was it?
The words I hear.
What kind of a threat was it? Was it life-threatening to you? Was it?
I learned, when I hear about the incident of Niger, Bayman Nasser, the way they eliminated him at the airport, that the same seriousness I take it.
And when were you to go to the airport?
By then, I think the second, ceremony and others, they left for the advance party. They left. It's the following day.
Were you to go to the airport on that day, or a day after, or a few days after?
The day after, if I can.
The day after?
Maybe, yeah, maybe, because it's a long time.
Okay. So this so-called event, this so-called attack, was supposed to take place at the airport,
Sorry, yes,
a day later.
Something like that, if I didn't forget.
Okay. So, and then you needed to arrest the situation.
Yes, sir, to maintain peace and order in this country.
Excuse me, I beg your pardon. So, 4 of you left Kanilai.
I said many people. The people I remember that the people I give the names.
Okay.
And those people, in fact, they senior me. I'm a private soldier by then.
Okay. How did you leave Kanilai? Did you carry any weapons?
Our personal weapon, first line ammo, AK-47, yes, with 4 magazines.
AK-47 and what else?
4 magazines, 4 marks. 30 round, 4.
And how about the other soldiers?
No, for them, I didn't account for them. Maybe I say maybe the same.
Did they all carry weapons?
Yes, sir.
With live ammunition?
Nobody carry an Blanco live ammunition. It's a threat. That's why they have to go with the live ammunition.
No, if you go to just arrest a situation, you may not necessarily need to carry live rounds.
This is part of our body.
You carry live rounds when you need to kill.
You know it. You know it. Soldiers, if you are moving out for a mission, you have to go with live ammunition.
That is
Ordered by the commanders.
such that when there is a need for you to kill, you kill.
No. We have to listen to the word of command. And initiative and common sense, when things, go out of hand, it's life.
Were you
When life is
ordered?
gone, huh?
Were you ordered to go and kill Almamou, Mane?
We went with a clear intention to go and get him, but the situation doesn't warrant it.
You went with the clear intention to get him.
We don't go with a clear intention, but the situation doesn't warrant. That's what, because we meet it like that, and that's how we also face it like that.
And that clear intention was to go kill him.
No, hadn't been Sane would have been Sane. For Sane, hadn't been when
I am not talking about Sane.
Yes, I'm telling you an example.
We will get to Sane later.
Yes.
Let's talk about Almamou.
No problem.
You went with the clear intention to kill Almamou.
No, sir.
Tell us what happened when you left.
When we reached at the sitting corner, we seated, the moment you sit, there must be briefing before we move in. For any mission, the final decision with Sonko and others. Because Sonko knows actually what they were, he knows, and they don't know what transpired, that the information had been leaked. But we discussed with Sonko that we'll make sure that trap into a place whereby there will be no trouble, people threatened area, whereby it's Bonro. Sonko called.
I don't understand. Could you speak a bit slowly?
I said, when we said it's a mode of, we plan the operation, how we should go with the operation. Because if you go to the town, it will cause a lot of chaos. That's why Sonko, they give us the idea for us to go to Bonro, and Sonko called him, we make an ambush for him. We hide at the mangrove swamps.
Okay. Why would it cause chaos if you were to go in the town?
Best known to the commanders who give that mode of operation. For me, I'm a junior man, I'm there to listen.
Because weapons were going to be fired.
Maybe, but you know how
and it
aggressive
would
the man
cause
is.
chaos in the town.
Yes, to cause
And
panic.
you did not want to cause that chaos in the town.
Yes.
See, so the intention all the time was that there will be shooting.
Maybe.
Maybe. Good. And then you wanted to stage it somewhere, correct?
I said, I'm under command.
I
The
understand
commander
that.
said this, I have to follow. That what I follow, and that what you know.
Okay. Now let's try to get
Yes.
what was the intention of the command. Not you, Ismaila Jammeh. What was the intention of the command? All right? And the command intended to remove him from the town and isolate him, correct?
Maybe when they are discussing, they know the way they discuss. They want to discuss in the presence of people. That's why we are doing things separate.
Let's put aside the maybes
No problem.
and the guesswork. Let's focus on what actually happened, right? The command wanted to isolate Almamou Mane, correct?
Yes.
They wanted to take him somewhere away from the public, correct?
I believe, yes.
And they wanted to stage a situation where when they fire their weapons, it wouldn't affect the public, correct?
I believe, yes.
And they got you to stage an ambush for him, correct?
Yes.
An ambush far away from the town, correct?
Yes.
Where there will be no witnesses.
I believe. Because to avoid further confusion, that's why they planned this.
To avoid there being witnesses.
If you can listen, the statement, what had been given at the cassette, it was very much,
That may very well be true.
Yes.
But just answer the question. They wanted to avoid a situation where there would be witnesses. And they called him to Bond Road. The record does not record you nodding. Answer the question by yes or no.
Yes. I'm listening. I told you don't finish. That's why.
Who called him to Bond Road?
Sonko called him.
Was he told the truth or not?
Who?
Almamou, when he was called by Sonko.
Sonko, he was with them. He said, Almamou, there's one issue I want us to discuss. Can you please meet at that place? You see, the same Sonko's dry car, that's what he parked on the highway, and on the highway, we are on the mangrove swamp. Sonko stand on the highway alone.
At this stage, you had already laid your ambush.
Yes.
So from what you have said, it appeared that Almamou was lured into that place on the promise that he was going to be holding a meeting with Sonko.
Yes.
Did he come?
Yes, he come.
And then what happened?
When he called him, he said, yes, I'm on my way coming. We even can listen on the telephone. You can say, he was in a haste to come and see Sonko.
And then they met?
Because Sonko put the telephone on loudspeaker.
Okay, and then they met?
Now, when they met, we are on an ambush. The moment he stand with Sonko, we appear out. We said, look, you are on arrest. He said, mention the arrest. He insulted affirmatively, very hardly. He opened fire to people.
He said what?
He said, mention the arrest, something like that.
Okay,
Sorry,
and then what did he do?
Now
what does that mean in English?
English, he insulted in the local language in Mandinka.
Okay, he insulted the mothers of those who came to arrest him.
Yes.
Okay, and then what did he do?
He opened fire.
How did he open fire?
He opened fire. I cannot even count how many rounds he have.
He opened fire. Tell us how he did it.
Where we are facing at the mango, where people are standing, that's how we fire at the people. After we also returned fire. Automatically it was at night.
Did he shoot anybody?
He shoot where we are.
Did he shoot at anybody?
I believe he was pointing to people, but unfortunately for him, he don't hit anybody.
And he fired many rounds?
Yes, I can.
And he missed all?
He fired after he wanted to run. Everybody also opened fire.
Answer the question. He missed all?
Yes.
And he was standing with Sonko?
He decided to run. Sonko does down. When the moment he do that, Sonko does down.
My friend, militarily, that does not make sense.
Like?
It does not.
Maybe
he was standing with Sonko.
We need Almamou.
Just answer the question. Yes, I know you needed Almamou. That's why Almamou died. And Sonko lived.
He opened fire. Sonko didn't open fire. He opened fire, and Sonko fall down. Because the moment this man opened fire, Sonko fall down. He take down. For him, he don't do that.
Look, Almamou was a soldier. Correct?
Yes.
He had training.
Yes.
He knows how to deal with these situations. All right? Sonko was there standing next to him. He had a gun. All right? The sensible thing is to take Sonko hostage. That never happened. You guys lured Almamou there to kill him as soon as he stepped out of that vehicle, and that is exactly what happened.
It was not our intention to do that, but he opened fire. In the military, anytime somebody opened fire, it's life now.
But do you think it really made sense?
Initiative and common sense. The commander will tell you. But
answer the question. Answer the question. Did it really make sense
that
he would open fire at people who were out there, and the more immediate threat is right there next to him?
But somebody who insult and insist, what will you want us to do? He opened fire to us, wanted to kill us. The moment they ran to somebody,
I am putting it to you.
Yes.
That this whole plan was to take Almamou out of the public view and execute him. And that is exactly what you did.
For me, I'm a junior man. I'm not there for that decision. Because what we can tell you, we are there.
But you participated in that execution.
Yes, I participated. But we opened fire. Who touched him? Nobody knows. He fell down.
All of you killed him.
It can be. Yes, we take that responsibility because we entered, because when you open fire, somebody.
And what would you say to Almamou's family?
We'll say sorry because it was not our intention.
No,
Not
it
intended
was
to kill
your
somebody.
intention. You did not shoot in the air, you shot at him.
He shot at people with front fire.
He shot at nobody.
Maybe as you may see it like that.
He shot at nobody.
You may think like that, but this is so it was at night.
You guys killed him in cold blood. True.
Maybe as you may think it like that. But forbid our
You
intention-
accept that you guys killed him at cold blood.
Anyway, his time was up, but nobody can stop
His time was up.
it. Yes,
You guys took his life.
no problem.
Yes, it is a problem. It is a
But our
problem.
intention was to know who are behind all those whatsoever.
You never
He was on
asked him
fire.
any questions, did you?
That's why they call him so that to arrest him, to get somebody. You know how military is. Somebody who is armed is not doing.
Why
all the
didn't
right
you
things,
go
not
to
maybe.
his house to arrest him?
No way. They discussed with Sonko. Sonko knows best. We have to get him.
You
It's an instruction.
guys wanted to kill him. That's why you had to take him
Anyway,
to
my
Bond
intention
Road.
was not for that.
But you
Me
fired at him.
personally.
You fired at him.
As a soldier, yes. I also fire. I don't know.
And
where
you
it-
fired at him just to kiss him?
I don't know where it touched.
You
him, but
fired at him to kill him.
I said.
You fired
was
at
at night.
him to kill him.
Firing, I fire, but at night nobody knows who touched him. Nobody knows.
But that's precisely the point. That's why all of you are responsible,
Automatically,
Including
if you
Yaya
touch somebody,
Jammeh?
that person would have died.
including Yaya Jammeh, who remained at State House but gave you the orders to go get him. All of you are responsible. You agree?
Anyway, I'm a subordinate.
You agree that all of you are responsible.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Now, after that,
Landing Sane,
that
yes.
is Sane,
What did you do with the body of Almamou?
we take it and put it inside a boot.
Of what?
Poso, where, because that's the only place we can put him so that we will secure the situation.
Okay. So you hid his body inside the vehicle,
Like,
inside the trunk of a
We carry him
vehicle.
like a gentle. We carry him very gently, put him inside it.
You guys had pickups, didn't you?
No, we don't. We went over a Poso, Usman Sonko's car, by his official car, because to disguise him for that, he will not know who are these people.
So you
Usman Sonko's car.
So you disguised yourselves. Okay, that's fine.
That's what
Okay,
Usman
then
operated.
tell us about
After that,
Landing
we
Sane.
left for Landing Sane's residence.
Why did you go to his residence?
That's why he's living with that day. We
Didn't
have to go and arrest him.
Almamou have a home?
I said, the mood of the operation is not in my hand. I was following orders.
I
by
understand
Commander
that.
Sonko, who was the
I
Muslim.
understand that.
Yes.
But Almamou, did he have a home?
Anyway, that one is best known to them, the way they plan it. Me, I'm there to listen.
So, and this reinforces the fact that Almamou was to die. Landing was to be arrested.
It was not my intention or our intention to do that. But when he opened fire, we are there to return fire.
Why didn't you go to Almamou's house?
It's best known to the commander who laid the ground.
No, you told us. You told us
Yes.
that you wanted to do this operation away from the public.
It's best known to Sonko who made that plan. They are the people who know the way he can get these people.
I am putting it to you
Yes.
again
Yes.
that Almamou was to die and Sane was to be arrested. And that was the difference.
Anyway, for me, Almamou is my guy. He is my good senior man.
But
And
that
it was
did
my-
not
it
stop
was not
you.
my intention to.
That did not stop you from firing at him.
This is life now. Even on your own child, when he fire, what you should do?
He is your friend. He is your senior man.
In
It
military,
did not stop
When you
you,
come to life, there is no friend in military.
but you raised it. Why?
This is why I
Then
said
what
it
is the
so.
significance?
It was bad, but when it goes over crunch, this is life now. When it goes over the last level, when a life is gone, nobody can bring it back. That's why we diminish our soldiers. That's how we are trained.
So you kill when you deem it
It
necessary.
is not our intention to do that.
So when you are shooting at him, you are shooting at him to kiss him.
Anyway, in any competition, there must be a first man and a last man.
And you chose to be the first one.
Maybe Allah make it like that.
Did Allah pull the trigger?
It is in the brain of Allah put sense in the brain of a human being to return fire.
That's a good one. Thank you very much. Nonetheless, unfortunately, we cannot bring Allah to trial.
No problem.
Or to answer to the commission.
Thank you very
And in any case, Allah didn't pull the trigger. You pulled the trigger. And that's why you're here.
We are representing Allah here.
Now to landing, Sane.
Thank you, sir.
For landing, you chose to go to his house. You did not want to avoid the chaos. And tell us what happened there.
Now, when we left for landing Sane, we went and surrounded the compound. When we went and surrounded the compound, me, Buba Jammeh, me personally, Buba Jammeh, because we asked Sonko to go and talk to us. Sonko, he was so scared because he knows what, So for me, I even went and hold Sonko's hand. He escaped from my hand. I said, Sonko, you have to go and talk to this man so that he can come out. Sonko refused. He escaped from me, he ran. Understand? Now, I said, look, we have to make sure that we complete this mission and we go. Now, by then, Buba Jammeh was standing. Lalo Jete, he asked me to give me a cover fire to follow him. But first I asked him, let's go and break the door so that we can bring this man out. You go find our way. When we hear that discussion, maybe Lanisani hear that discussion when we are saying that, on the whole, he was inside the house, he's having a grenade in his house. You know a grenade?
Yes, I know a grenade. Who was inside the house having a grenade? Okay.
He was trying to call and find the whereabouts of Almamou. There's the force, we heard him to call this guy, trying to call Almamou. You see?
How did you know that?
We hear his voice saying Almamou was trying to call his line. He called Denton Bridge so that the Denton Bridge can come and rescue him. You see? But now, the moment now, Lalo Jere told me that Ismaila, give me covering fire.
Give me what?
Covering fire. I follow behind, I stand so that if anything is coming, I can defend him.
Mm-hmm.
So for the moment, Buba was standing behind us. We hear the noise of a grenade. Somebody threw a grenade. We hear the noise. Vroom. In fact, for me, some of you guys, the next minute, on the whole, he threw the grenade at the front edge after he opened the back door. By then, some soldiers were behind. These are the people who stopped him. I heard the noise.
Did they fire at him?
I heard the noise of a rifle. Because normally when somebody threw a grenade...
How many soldiers did you have at the back of the house?
I cannot count. Because
5?
Maybe more than or 4, or less than, or I cannot. But at that time, we went with about 3 vehicles. We went.
But can you imagine? This guy threw a grenade at you guys, and he was running away, and the house was surrounded by soldiers.
Yes, that's why he was caught. Hadn't been, he was not surrounded. He would not.
But that is the surprising thing. He was caught alive.
Yes.
If they intended to kill him,
it's Allah who saved him.
It is you guys who saved him. Your mission with him was not to kill him.
Hadn't been we wanted to kill him. Even Almamou, it was not our intention. But hadn't been wanted to, even Sani would have been killed.
This man threw a grenade at you.
Yes, this is.
And you spared his life. Almamou just fired randomly.
It is not our intention to kill Almamou, I said.
How many bullets?
We don't intend.
How many bullets hit Almamou?
I don't know. I cannot count. At night,
Several.
I don't know. If I tell you, I used to be
You
alive.
saw the body, didn't you?
I didn't.
It was riddled with bullets.
Maybe I didn't check the body because I didn't even inspect the body.
You saw the body, did you?
I saw yes. But when the moment we reached the Yundum, we handed over the body to the military police.
And you saw the body, did you?
I saw the body.
And he was hit by more than 3-4 bullets.
Maybe.
Yes. And here
one
is
place
this
can
person.
hit you at one place, you go.
And here is this person. He threw a grenade at you guys.
Yes.
And you didn't kill him. You just captured him.
I didn't. Yes, there was no firing between that, but the guy who was behind that place, they are the people who
So
stopped him.
that just shows the intention. That the intention here was not to kill him, but to capture him.
That's it.
And that is a fundamental difference
Because
between him and Almamou.
If you capture him, you will know that what was our intention, to know who are behind, who funded all those
And
things.
equally with Almamou, if you had captured him, you would know, wouldn't you?
Yes.
But you chose not to.
No, it's not us who choose.
He had to die,
Well, it's not our intention.
but you pulled the trigger.
Yes, it will run fire. When somebody
And,
fires you fire.
And with
Sorry
Sane,
for that, huh?
with Sane, it was just enough to capture
It's
him.
not me. I was standing here. I didn't fire. Somebody behind. It's not me. It was not my intention to fire.
But do you agree?
You fire at somebody you see, but somebody you don't see, can you fire him?
But he was captured.
Yes, behind.
Because you people saw him.
Somebody caught him and bring him.
Because they saw him.
Yes.
Exactly.
You know, when they hold the open where he stand, he hadn't been in his stand, maybe something would have happened.
When he was captured, was he beaten?
No.
He was treated like a gentleman.
We just took him inside the car, we board inside the car, we take him to Yundum.
Was he put in the boot of the car?
No, he's alive.
But it was typical for the army to put their captives in the boot of a car.
Maybe the situation wasn't, that's why,
On this occasion, he had a different treatment. Say yes instead of nodding.
Yes.
Good.
After, we take him to Yundum, where we met Biden. Permanent was the commander. But the first time in military police, I don't know why military police, for me personally, they went with him straight to 1BN, 1 infantry battalion. We passed the military police. By then we left that place. They asked us now, you people have left the military police behind. They contact my Permanent. He was running, in fact, that day, who asked us, they hand over the body, but he asked these people, take these people to the MRS. That's why we go and dump the body with the military police.
You what the body?
The dead body of Almamou.
What did you do with it?
We hand over them to the
Did you
MRS.
say we dumped the body?
No, sorry for that. No language. It's not easy for talking.
Was Almamou's family contacted?
For me, I'm a junior man. I cannot know any contact.
Do you know or don't you know?
I don't know.
And the body, what happened to it?
I don't know. We left that.
Was it in fact not buried at Yundum Barracks?
That's why anything I tell you is a story. I don't know anything about it. I'm a junior man.
Did you hear that the body was buried
In fact, I didn't make consultation because for that one I don't know.
Why is that the case? You guys just killed somebody. You didn't want to know. Listen to the question.
It's left for those people. We left the body.
Can you listen to the question before you answer?
Sorry.
You guys just killed somebody, and you didn't bother to want to know what happened to the body?
For me, I'm a junior man. I don't say anything about it.
Well, it's nice to hide behind a junior man, but you are not junior enough not to fire your weapon.
I was there to listen. These makers are there. That's why when I hand over the dead body to Permanent, that's why my quota ends. For me and other people. We find a way to State House to find the situation, how the situation is. But fortunately, the situation was controlled. We returned back to Kanilai.
In fact, somebody else was killed the next day.
I was in Kanilai. I don't know anything about that one.
You don't know anything about that one. What do you have to say to the family of Almamou Mane, considering you participated in the murder?
An apology, because he's a human being. However he is, you have to apologize. It's life. Nobody intend to kill him. But
do you really feel sorry?
I feel sorry, deeply. He's a close alliance. He's a good brother to me, to be candid. For me, I feel so sorry for him. He's a hard-working somebody, but when God says this will happen, nobody can stop it. I feel sorry till now. Even if I see these sons, I'll apologize. That is a father. Nobody buy a father. I will apologize deeply. The wife, the family, the parents. It's something we all regret.
The wife is probably listening and watching. What do you say to her?
I'm sorry for that. Really. We pray Allah to open heaven for him. And we feel so sorry what happened. It's not our intention.
Now let's talk about the second operation in which you participated.
Yes.
And tell us. We're going by your list, remember?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what's the second item on your list?
Yes. It was on a Wednesday. Solo called me, because Solo called me. There was a coup plot by Nduru Cham. By then that day I went to State House. I even met with Nduru Cham at that place at the jet. But I don't know, he was even waving to us, but we don't know, very happily. But when I reached at home, the moment that in fact I couldn't even take lunch. Solo called me, that let me report back. Somebody's coming to call me. I said,
Solo who?
Solo Bojang. That there's a coup plot. In first time, what he told me, in fact, he said they seized the airport.
At the time, where were you living?
I was in Kololi.
At Jungula's house?
No. Kololi, no, I'm living at Baba Conte's compound.
At Baba?
Around Koka Street. I live at the end. By
Did you move?
I moved. That's why I moved from one place to where I'm staying right now.
To Jongola's house?
As you may describe it, no problem, yeah.
Okay, all right. Proceed, please.
Now, this one driver come and pick me.
You realize that the Ndur Cham alleged coup plan occurred in 2006.
Yes, 2006.
And at this time, you were already residing at Jongola's base.
No, by then I was in Kololi, 2006. I later transferred to that place. After the issue of Ndur Cham, by the time I transferred to that residence where I'm still residing.
Okay.
Yes.
Proceed, please.
Now, when the driver was, before the driver picked me, the driver even don't know where I was staying. If I explain that Koka, he'll pass to Dr. Sis's hospital. He will call me back. Where are you? I said, I'm here. Until where he was able to come and I have to come out. I will meet on the highway. He picked me. By then, the president was in Murtani. Now, the moment we reach at the State House, they tell us the list of the people who are involved. My first assignment was...
And who were they?
Yes, the first assignment was, they said, Vincent Jatta. You see? We left for Vincent. By then, the senior man was, I can remember, Malafi Kor. With the group we used to go with, Manjang, Mustafa Sane.
Which Manjang?
Manjang.
Uh-huh.
Malik Jatta, Nyabali.
Hold a second.
Huh?
Sana Manjang was a jungler, correct?
Yes.
Malik Jatta was a jungler.
Yes, yes.
Fansu Nyabali was a jungler.
Yes.
You were a jungler.
Yes.
Proceed. Who else?
This is it. Aliu Jeng.
He was also a jungler.
Yes, because he was with us. So the normal patrol, the people I used to move by then.
All right, proceed.
That arrest, I will tell you. You see? But the other group was also led by Malafikor. But some of these boys, I cannot remember fully.
And this would be the State Guard crew from State House, correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
So you had a jungler crew and a State Guard crew, correct?
As you may say, no problem.
No. I am not testifying.
Yeah, because
it's you.
Where you are talking, I said, as you may see it,
But that's the truth, isn't it?
Yes.
Good. So your group, who led your group?
Yes, by then the whole group is Malafikor who led the group.
Who led your small group of junglers?
We went with Malafikor. He's the commander there throughout. That day,
I understand.
That night.
I understand Manlafikor was the commander of the operation.
That is the only guy I went with. Vincent, I went with Malafikor. This is the only guy I went with Malafikor.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. This is how the moment you remove Vincent come out from my house, Vincent was complaining that what happened. I said, it's me who even went closer to Vincent, that you are Jatta, I'm Jammeh, me, nothing happened to you. He said, anything happened, they said, Vincent. I said, look, I feel you, but let's go, you know what you know, and period. I was one even talking to him, because we put him in the, I was sitting with him. I was one who was talking to him.
Vincent,
yes.
He was being accused of what?
No, I cannot know what they accused. I was in Sudan when they removed Vincent as a commander.
At the time you went to arrest him?
They said he's part of the Ndur Cham's issue, coup d'etat, fuel coup.
And a coup d'etat, where was it to be staged?
Anyway, this is how I received the orders and the information. Because for the details, I don't know.
At the airport, wasn't it? You were told?
No, that one I don't know where. It's just they just tell me it's a coup plan.
And Jammeh was away from the country?
Mauritania.
He was in Mauritania. And these people were to stage a coup?
That's what they say.
All right. And you went to their houses and arrested them?
Him.
And arrested him, this guy, Vincent. Were any guns fired?
No.
You surrounded his house, did you?
No, Vincent, yes, only two doors where people sit still, where he can go out. That's where people stand.
Did one of you go inside?
No, Vincent is not difficult. He's a man who believes in God. When we told him about this, he said, no, wait for me. He opened the door. You
see, again, I'm just trying to show the differences between Almamou and the rest. You see the difference?
Different commanders have different way of commanding.
But you would
Commanders
also,
differ.
you
They
would
have
also,
different mode of operation.
you would also agree that different operations also have different objectives.
Yes.
Almamou was to die, Vincent was to be
I think
arrested.
we forget about Almamou now. Let's go for Vincent now. Why are you taking me back to Almamou? Tell me. We finish that one. You are not doing. You are taking me back to Almamou. What is the problem now? We want to go ahead.
You have a point, but I also have a job to do.
No problem.
And my job is to bring out the facts very clearly.
It's a fact, yeah.
I have used landing to show you the difference between landing and Almamou. I have also used Vincent to show you the difference between Vincent and Almamou. And my objective is very clear, is to show that your objective with Almamou was beyond doubt to have him killed, as opposed to these other people. But we would do what you propose. We would proceed with Vincent. So he was arrested, and what happened thereafter?
He was taken to the NIA and Hanover. That's what we can do. We hand over him to the NIA.
Was he beaten on the way?
No way. Nobody touched him.
Nobody
there
touched
I was one talking. He's a commander we respect.
All
Me
right.
personally, he's Jammeh. I don't do that.
Okay.
I sympathize him with him because the moment he started talking about his problem, I really sympathize. I felt it. That anything they said, I said, no, my brother, please calm down.
But
Yes,
you still took him to NIA anyway,
Yeah, we hand over to
and
the
you
authorities so
handed
that-
him over there.
It's the powers. I have no powers. Hadn't I get the powers, I would have released him.
Okay. All right. And what happened at the NIA?
That I cannot tell. For Vincent, even the torture, Vincent is never tortured. Nobody even touched him. For me personally, what I know between me and God, nobody touched Vincent. For me, my personal witness, I don't see.
Was he the only person you participated in arresting?
The second one is we had an information about Nurucham where he spent the night, at which is in Farato. That's why we rushed to get him. But later, when we get this boy, we come to know that Tamsir Jasi is the one who take this man to Kujube with his Land Rover people.
To where?
Kasama Kujube. They call Kujube, Kasamas.
Kunjube.
Kujube in Kasamas.
Kujube.
Yes, sir. That's what led the arrest of Tamsir Jasi.
And who arrested Tamsir?
I participated in the arrest in Tamsir Jasi.
Can you tell us what happened?
Can I complete those people so that we can go back to Tamsir Jasi?
Yes, go ahead.
Now, when we went to that boy, where the CID's officers give us information from Yundum, they are the people who lead us to that place. We met the boy. There are two, in fact, the friend that the friend suffered because they have an inter-school sport. Now, this boy happened to take his friend to spend the night with him. Now, when we went, we knocked the door, the boy opened the door. But unfortunately for the boy, we made a sketch of a pistol in the table, where we were trying to believe that this boy, how can he see the sketch of the pistol until he was drawing it? But later he was forced by the CIDs to talk. He said it's a pistol of Ndurcham.
How was he forced?
No, maybe the CIDs, I don't know, the way they interrogate him.
Was he beaten?
No, I was not present.
Was he beaten?
I don't know. I was not present.
But you know that the NIA
maybe yes.
interrogated, the
CID
CID interrogated him.
yes, the CID who picked, yes.
Okay.
He's the one who gave the information. Even the day they come to collect the pistol, we are not present.
Okay.
But what we are present, from that place, when we pick the boy, they give us another information that somebody gave Ndurcham $5,000, who is something low in Fajikunda, where we also went and picked that man. These are the people, this is the third personnel now, whom I attend to arrest. I attend Vincent, that boy.
The story is a little bit muddled. You went to arrest Ndurcham and you didn't find him.
Yes.
Okay. And you were told of this. You were told of this person who gave him $5,000.
I said, we get an information that Ndurcham spent the night somewhere else, whereby we thought that he will be there. But unfortunately, we went there, we couldn't meet this guy, Ndurcham, there. But the boy we met, this is the boy we picked, so that we can get information about Ndurcham.
Exactly.
Where we met, a pistol was kept there.
Yes. We've gone beyond that.
Yes. Now, the other point is, after picking this boy, we proceeded to the boy who gave him 5,000 so that he can help himself when he left the country.
And what did you do with that boy?
He was also picked to the intelligence.
And what happened to him?
I don't know anything about it. Our job was to arrest and hand over to these people.
And where did you hand him over?
He was handed to the NIA.
Where?
Banjul.
At Banjul. Do you recall the name of the boy?
I can't remember. So the surname is Law, if I didn't forget.
Lo.
Something Law. I can't remember the name. Because it's a long time.
Okay.
2006, it's not today.
And then what happened afterwards?
Now, after that one, so the second day, we heard something about Trrc. That he is the one on the whole, according to the intelligence report, that Trrc is the one who picked this man to Casamance.
Which man? Which man?
Trrc.
All right, proceed.
That's how we went for Trrc. By then, the day they give us information for to arrest Trrc, Tumbul, Musa Jammeh, they are the people who give us information. But now, Tumbul wanted me to go with, I said, no, I'm not going with Tumbul. Because for the simple reason that I know why I don't want to go to Tumbul.
Why?
Tumbul is somebody who caused a lot of trouble for me, betrayal in my life. Musa, I choose to go with Musa.
How about for Nur Cham? Did you go with Tumbul?
No. Tumbul, by then, Tumbul will travel with the president.
So on this occasion, the president has already returned?
Now, the time, before the second, that time, the president already returned from in the Gambia. He was inside the palace. Okay.
So you refused to go with Tumbul?
Yes.
Did Tumbul go at all?
No, they also went on their own.
Okay.
That I know we have different groups of going.
Okay.
For me, I choose Musa Jammeh to go with.
Okay.
Because somebody I know, I shall never give myself to that person. That's why I refuse Tumbul. Mm-hmm. He was telling, please, Dukare, can I go? I said, I'm not going. Now I said, look, Chief Guard, I'm going to choose the person I'm going with. It's Musa. I said, Musa, let's go.
Who was the senior man?
Musa was the senior man.
You and Tumbul, who was senior?
Tumbul is my senior man, but the reason I have is best known to me.
So you refused to obey his orders?
Yes.
And Musa Jammeh agreed to go with you?
Yes, he go with me.
All right,
Musa
and tell us
Jammeh,
what happened.
Buwa Jammeh, David Njai, I can remember some of these people, and some of the physical guard guys. But the reason why I even went, because I say I know the resident of Trrc, which is in Kotu. Now, the moment we reach in Kotu, he too, we wanted to talk to him to ask very easily, kindly for him to come out. But we meet with this Nigerian security there, who pronounced himself he's born-again Christian. We asked him, look, my brother, we want to see your boss. Can he come? He said, no, who are you? You see? I said, look, we need this man. We are security personnel.
Were you dressed in military uniform?
I put on full military chits.
And he was asking you who you are?
Yeah, who are, yes.
And you had weapons?
Yes.
And
the
then what
moment
happened?
I talked to him, he was trying to resist. I pulled out my pistol.
Then what did you do?
When I saw in the pistol, the man run. We don't know where he has left.
You threatened him?
Yes, because we need the man. We need to get information.
Okay, and then what else did you do?
He hid himself. We don't know where this man went to.
Okay.
Now I said, look, the only thing we can do to open the door, let me go behind. By then I asked Musa Jammeh, you can stand here for in case of anything. We'll go in the front. Now the moment when I went, I said, look, this is what we'll do now. Me, I'm going inside the compound. I'm going to climb inside. I go inside. I open the door. The moment I stand in the fence, the top of the fence, I saw a taxi coming with full speed to come and rescue Trrc. What I come to learn later, on the whole Trrc left to American embassy. But those people asked them that let him go back. He's already in touch with the authorities. That's why even we get the information, what he told us. Now, the moment this taxi arrived, I said, but this taxi come for a purpose. I come down. I said, Musa Jammeh wanted to. I said, look, don't go anywhere. Just stand. I'm going to confront this taxi. The moment the taxi arrived at me, I opened fire. Automatically, the driver stopped. I said,
How many shots did you fire?
No, only one shot. Yeah. I opened fire so that to threaten to know what his purpose for. I said, stop. He stopped. I said, what is your problem? He said, I'm called by this man to come and pay. I said, look, find your way. We are here for something. Out. He said, sorry. I said, he find his way. Automatically, the moment we are talking to this man, Trrc opened his door. I heard his wife shouting, you caught my feeling, something like that. But that is not important.
Of course, it's not.
Yes.
Proceed, please.
Yes. We met Tamsi Jasi holding his shirt with the shoes. He put on a jean trouser, a red shirt he put on. The moment you bring him, one soldier put handcuff in his hand. I said, remove the handcuff from his hand. This man is not proven guilty. Why putting the handcuff in his hand? Tamsi, the end of, he was thanking me very much. I said, don't worry, my brother, feel free. Let's just want to pick you so that you can testify what you know. This is how we bring Tamsi Jasi to the NI headquarters, period.
Was he beaten on the way?
No, nobody touched him. If he feared the Quran, he will tell you nobody even touched him.
We're listening. Go ahead.
Yes, we hand him over to the NIA.
Mr. Chair, perhaps this is a convenient time to stop, and we will resume as you would suggest, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Council, and thank you very much, Mr. Jammeh. We will take a 1 hour break and come back at 2:30. Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you,
all
Mr.
very
Chair.
much.